Alright guys, so I just met up with PA and Northeastern Railfan. Check out his channel, I'll put a link. He was up here railfanning this. He wasn't able to get a ticket to ride, but he said we'll see him again in Minersville. And we're already, the rest of us are getting ready to get back on board the Bud RDCs. I'm riding in 9166 on the opposite side. So we had some fun up here. We got to check out the mine rescue unit up here in Tremont, and we got to watch the Bud cars run by. Our next stop, we're going up to Minersville. Gonna have some lunch, gonna check out 113, and as long as it's not raining, I'm gonna walk a few blocks. They said they have an 1800s fire truck on display I want to check out. So I'll see you on board. Alright, so we're back on car number 9166 and we're pulling out of Tremont. And we could flip the seats, so we're going forward. I'm actually riding backwards right now. But one of the Reading and Northern guys said if you stay in this position, you'll be going forward into Minersville. So I'm not going to film a whole lot between here and Minersville because after this town, it's just that dense wooded forest and not a whole lot else to see. When we get to Minersville, I'll flip the camera back on and I'll explore another new to me town. It's good to see some people out railfanning, even though it's getting to be a cloudy and rainy day. At least it's staying cool too. Alright guys, and that's Tremont, PA. I'll see you in Minersville.
I wouldn't mind if we were in town. It'll be ready by next year. Or 8 designers. Yeah, I think it's like 5 now. They got on station. And then Steve Walker. And Randy. Oh, I see.
Alright, so we've reversed back from where we were in Tremont, and now we're moving forward again. They've thrown the switch. This track here where the rail fan is, that's the track we just went to and from Tremont on. And now we're heading north along a different track. And we've got, I'm not sure what town we're near. I guess maybe Minersville is it. Minersville's to our north, that's 901, paralleling the track. Everything to the left here is just dense wooded forest area still.
Next stop will be Minersville in approximately 20 minutes. When we arrive at Minersville Station, we do ask that everyone please detrain, as our train will be moved away from the station for a portion of our layover. Again, Minersville is next. Everyone will be getting off the train at Minersville.
Alright, and as you heard the announcement there, I was pointing the camera
at some... You can leave items on board. Just take everything you'll need for the layover.
I had seen some abandoned track while they were making that announcement. And I don't know if that used to be a Y where they could turn the trains, but I'll have to check that out on the map later. But you heard the announcement. We got about 20 minutes to Minersville. Alright guys, you know we're in Minersville here. Here's the Jersey Central number 113 parked at the station. Alright, this is our lunch stop, and then we're going to take a look at some displays around the town. Alright guys, so we've gotten off the Bud cars. We're in Minersville. Of course, it has just started to rain again, lightly, thankfully for now. And this is number CNJ 113. Maybe while I'm having lunch, I'll look up some information so I can talk intelligently about it. I always love the Jersey Central logo, though. It's basically the Statue of Liberty silhouette. And they only run this steam engine on occasions. They did run it, I think, either last fall or winter. Might have been a Christmas ride, I don't remember. I found out about it too late to make plans to go. I already had something else going on that day. Looks like this is another little 060, like Baldwin number 26, something similar. Alright, so I just finished my lunch at the Minersville train station. It was a really delicious buffet lunch. I believe it was Polish food. I'm not 100% sure, but it was all homemade. We had pierogies. We had these little things wrapped like rice and meat wrapped in cabbage leaves, a burger, and macaroni, macaroni salad. It was really, really good. It was all homemade. That's a rare treat for me. You guys know I don't cook. Maybe you don't know that, but it's not one of my talents. And so we're taking a look here at 113. And it looks like this is how they get the coal in. So I'll have to find out when this is running. I'd like to come up and see it run.
Once, I guess, once he died, the train all closed up. It sat derelict there for a bit. To the corner where the Harley store is. It came black with a little bit of orange. Okay.
But anyway, it's only a few drops of rain now. It's light. It's not a problem. I'm gonna take a walk a couple blocks over. There's they gave us a map. There's apparently a couple of interesting things for us to see in town here, and we've got about an hour, so might as well make good use of the time. And I forget what chemical does this, but you'll notice a lot of the streams have this like orange tint to them up in anthracite country. That's something to do with the runoff from the mines. Okay, so this is the Welcome to Minersville town sign as you come in on, I believe this is 901 here. And you can see the town was established in 1831. We're looking at it here. You can tell these buildings along the main road. Probably some of the original ones. The gas station obviously came a bit later, as I'm sure did that brick building back there. There's a couple neat little things on display here. This is just a mock-up of a mine shaft. I don't believe it's an actual mine shaft. Maybe it was at one time, but it's not now. I think it's just for display. This would have been very narrow gauge rail car that would go down into the mines and bring back the anthracite coal. And I'm almost guessing this would be the kind of cart that would have been pulled by mule. Could be wrong, but I mean, it seems the right size for that. And then we've got another sign here. This one's saying Minersville. The name's derived from the mining industry. Interesting, this one says founded in 1830. The other sign said 1831. Got a couple of large blocks of actual anthracite coal. This reminds me of the big block in the town square at Jim Thorpe. And we've got a statue of a miner holding his pickaxe and his lantern. And then we got a couple more. Well, we saw that piece. There's another huge piece. This is the biggest piece of anthracite up here. It's Minersville. Welcome to the anthracite region, America's black diamond. And I guess this represents the whole area, 1768 to 2018, the hard coal region of Pennsylvania, 250th anniversary. People have been up here a really long time, even before we were officially our own country. I'll just zoom in on some of these sponsored decals here. We have Coal Region Racing, dirt track racing. That's the kind of racing I grew up watching. Still pretty popular in Pennsylvania. Got Locomotive 113 at the station. And that is volunteer based. I got to learn a little bit more about the organization. That is a Reading and Northern station and Reading and Northern tracks, but Reading and Northern does not own the locomotive. That is run by a volunteer group. And here's the extremely big piece of anthracite. And the backdrop is just the Minersville Area School District sign with a, one of the little digital billboards. See, it's July 29th, 1:45 in the afternoon. Our train pulls out at 2:30. It's saying 80 degrees. I gotta tell you, it feels a lot cooler than that. But it's actually, in my opinion, turned out to be a nice day. It may not be the prettiest day on camera, but the cooler temperatures, I mean, we do have high humidity, but with the less hot temperatures, we'll say, and the cloud cover, it's really not so bad. I could deal with this. So I'm gonna walk a couple blocks this way. There's a couple other things to see. I'll pick you up there. This is pretty neat. We've got a mural of some guys working in the mine and a mine cart on that door there. The reason I turned the camera on was just buildings like this catch my eye. And you may think, yeah, there's no significance to it, but I just love the brickwork. I just love how buildings almost used to be art, where now it's just how cheap can we make them and how quick can we put them up. And a building like that, that's the kind of thing I want to model with 3D printing. It almost makes me wish I was doing a larger scale like HO or O, because trying to do that intricate kind of brickwork and N scale, well, I'm not going to say it's impossible because I haven't tried it yet, but it sure looks difficult. They got here, this is the Miners Tavern, and they've got another mural out front here. So you can tell that theme definitely fills this town, not just because of the name, but because that's this town's history. So this had been our other lunch option here. We could have come here to the Washington Hotel for a lunch. They got a nice outdoor dining spot back here. So you can tell it's raining a little bit harder again. Wouldn't have been the right day for that. But if I do this trip again, and this is an option, I'll do this next time just for something different. So the interesting things you stumble upon, guys. Reading and Northern Railroad Company Real Estate Division. I didn't even know they had one. Heck, maybe that's where I ought to be working. Because I love architecture like I love trains. Hey, thanks tanker truck. I was just thinking how neat. And here comes the cement truck. Alright, now it's the blooper reel. Alright. So what I originally wanted to film on this block was just how cool this entire city block would be to model, including that church on the end. I mean, this is just your typical small town America downtown. I mean, like every area, Pennsylvania has its distinctive architecture. And I'm really enjoying the brickwork and the cornices on these buildings. And the stonework on this corner building is really fantastic. Of course, it's raining harder now. Get under cover a little bit here. This is something I need to do more often, guys. There's so many small towns with so many great buildings that when you're driving by, you can't really, oh, that's a bank, not a church. Guess to some people that could count as a church. Hello, FedEx. I do need to do more stuff, just walking around these little towns, enjoying the architecture. And it is coming down harder now. I'm going down this road. Supposedly, that old fire truck's on display down here. Alright, they were nice enough to open up the Minersville Area Historical Society for us. It's going to have to be a quick look. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, good.
Nice walk, or is it raining?
It's starting to rain. I'm starting to get...
Oh, yeah. You know, the nice thing about that is it's cooling off.
It is. I'll take this over the heat and humidity any day.
We just have a whole slew of people in here.
Yeah, they're probably starting to make their way back.
Lots of old people.
Yeah, half an hour till the train pulls out. Take a quick peek around. It's my first time I've been up here.
If you have any questions, please don't hesitate.
Yeah, we'll do.
So we're down to, I'll double check it. It looks like we're down to 3 of them. Can we reorder the pumper? Say that again?
Can we reorder the pumper? I mean, we probably have to buy 500 of them, or 100 or
Well, we
whatever.
already ordered the, we never ordered more steamers you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why they never ordered more, probably because they ordered the train station. The train station was ordered twice. The initial one sold out almost immediately, And then we bought an additional, I don't remember if we went from 500 to 200.
I think we could have sold some of the bunker today of the steamer if we had it.
Never know. All for
That is cool. That's a neat one.
Yeah, and we have the other one that is almost sold out is the Lidl Company, which was a colliery.
Okay.
I'm
That
sorry.
one's near here.
Yes.
I don't know the area too
yeah,
well.
Right out towards Cass Township.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now just keep on heading that way on the main drag,
Yeah.
and it'll take you right up to Primrose where it was.
I'll have to take a drive up here someday when I have time to look around.
The pond, there are a lot of ponds, because what happens is you either have to buy 500 or 250 or 200, and after the initial sale, immediately you sell 100, 120.
Yeah.
And then the rest is dragged out. Now, I have to find out whether or not, we had put some for sale at the County Historical Society.
Right.
But I don't know if we gave them any of the, I don't think it was the train station. I think
It
the
was
only
the,
one we gave them was the church.
Yes. At least when I was there.
Ornaments. I just 1 o'clock was the only time to show up.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
Yeah, I do what you gotta do.
All right, guys. So that was the Minersville Area Historical Society. The fire truck, apparently we're not going to be able to see it today. Calvin, they did show me a picture, man. You would have loved it. I'll have to come back some other time to the Mountaineer Hose Company. But now I got to walk myself back to the station. It's I always want to max out my time, and then I find myself cutting things close just because I'm looking at beautiful buildings like this and cool cars like that Vega GT and this old gas station. That's actually a good candidate. I do want to design and 3D print one. That one's got potential. Alright guys, I gotta turn this off and pick up the pace. I'll see you back at the station.
Come on! You're leaving me behind, let's go!
It's not 2:30 yet.
Come on!
I'm coming. Alright guys, time to get back on board for our final stop. Going to Port Clinton to the steam shop next. There's my car right there. Yeah.
Something to do with